What up, 9 to 5ers? Happy New Year's. Cheers.
Cheers, and welcome to Christmas special episode for Modern 9 to 5.
Yeah, you want to start?
I don't know. Usually
this
you do
one is
that.
going to be very sweet. No, I mean, a bittersweet. Because we're going to be ranking our episodes, and some of our guests will actually be kind of disappointed because they didn't make the top 10. But we'll give our reasoning for our decisions. We'll define our criteria, which are mostly views, valid watch hours, the general vibe, the comments, the engagement rate, the clip farming potential from our guests, stuff like that. You know, it's gonna be fun. And our sponsor is Wine Delivery G. They have amazing wines and they deliver it fast. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, Rezi, so you can kind of represent the structure right now. So how are we gonna go about these things? At first, I believe we're gonna say the ones that did not make the top 10.
Oh yeah, and mostly it's us and our episodes.
Yeah, that should tell you how selfless we are.
I think that making the top 10 or not making the top 10 is not something that you need to be either proud or be disappointed with, because this is just our summary of the whole year and basically what will be our structure in the future. So that's what we're gonna be talking about, because we have all just 17 episodes.
Yeah, 17 episodes, and from those 17 episodes, we're gonna be breaking down the top 10. But first, we're gonna start discussing the 7 episodes that did not make the top 10. Not to upset anyone. As we said, nothing personal, nothing like this is not a rage bait type deal. We're not trying to upset anyone. Like,
we're gonna get to the rage bait.
Oh yeah.
It's planned.
There's always subtle plans of rage baiting, but it's not about that. Like the ranking is the main reason is not to upset people. What we try to do is so we already have some data, right? And what is podcasting nowadays? It's the collection of data, then analyzing this data, then understanding what works, what doesn't work, what type of people is watching your content. Do you want those people to watch your content? Do you want somebody else? You know, all this type of deal. And it seems like we do like our audience very much.
Sure.
The thing is, those analytics give you the ability to actually assess your episodes. You know, which one did well, which one didn't do very well. Also, it shows you kind of a progress, like how much you grew over this
us.
episode.
How we
I
grew.
mean, did we got any better? I don't think so, but we've gained some experience. It's easier for us to talk to the camera right now. And that's actually a big part of our ranking because, I mean, we're going to be talking about this, obviously, but you will see the pattern where we discuss that some of the episodes, like the more recent episodes, made the top list just because it seems like, you know, the quality of production developed over this time. And we had
and some technical issues that we had. Previously.
Yeah. That happened also.
But I mean, maybe before we
became
start,
more natural. So.
We can just share our information that me and Levan, we enjoy the Christmas maybe at the best, because this is the the time of the year that we love so much. Before we will break down all of this list, Levan, can you tell me how was your year overall? How would you evaluate that?
Oh, yeah. So oh man, I'd have to go back, but was it 2025, right? Yeah,
it is
too fucking
still,
old.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even keep track of these years nowadays. Anyways, so 25 was the year when I No, I actually came back in 24th. Yeah. 25 is the full year of me being in Georgia after a couple of years that I spent in the UK, and it feels good to be back home. You know, reunited with friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
My kid has become a monster nowadays. Even though I love him. Like, don't get me wrong. Also, I love him, but yeah, like I feel like I've grown up a bit as a dad. Also, spending more time with my boy, loving it. The year was fine. Changed a few jobs. Had a very good experience at Deal, like the super high tech company. Very unusual experience. A very hard-working American type. I don't want to get carried away with this type of talk. So my year was very productive, I would say, because in the beginning of the 25, I was jobless and I didn't have a business. Now I have both. And I have a podcast in addition to that.
Right. Not
with
only
my
podcast,
co-host.
but you have also the podcast studio.
Yeah,
Which is,
that's the business.
yeah.
And the podcast is podcast. And,
Right. So I would call that a successful year for you.
Yeah.
That's what I would actually call, because obviously, we are friends, and we are sharing the information between each other, and the way you live this year, that is a bit of a progress, not bit, but that's a
how
huge
was your year,
progress.
my man?
My year, well, you know how my year was. It's a usual and not that much.
Share it with the audience.
Yeah,
be vulnerable.
not that much. I guess the best part is this podcast. Mainly not just because that we actually started something that we like, but it became something quite unique for our region. And we spoke about this and we talked about this outside of the podcast.
Nobody else is doing it.
Lots of the times. And yes, it's the main idea. And during the evaluation, we're going to also talk about that, specifically what happened. But the main idea is that it didn't start it in this way, but now it took a specific form where experts are talking and raising their voice in our country, in our podcast, and why they are joining this small country, and they are coming from arguably from the better countries than ours. Yes.
Yeah, not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
The countries that are considered to be more developed, and they still ended up here, and it's very interesting to understand their perspective, basically. And that's what we're going to be breaking down mostly in terms of our rankings. And as you mentioned, nobody else is doing, like, there is no Georgian podcast in our region, English-speaking Georgian podcasts, that actually talks to the internationals who are living in Georgia. So in that regard, we are really unique.
Right.
And people are noticing that, and they are appreciating it, and especially the internationals and the expat community. And thank you for that, guys. We love your attention, and we love that you praise us so highly. Again, most Georgians also do appreciate this type of thing, and honestly, like I feel like the next step should be getting more international audience. Now that we already have and built some, the small community of people, where we have regular listeners, mostly Georgian, lots of immigrants, like a lot of people from the US, mostly Georgians, people from Western Europe, like people from all around the world, like a lot of people also from our, not to say direct neighbors, but our close UAE, Dubai, thanks to one of our guests. And yeah, it's getting pretty interesting. Like it's really, we're really curious about where this is gonna go.
Right.
I see this podcast very, very successful if we keep it consistent, which is a challenge, because all things considered, you'll know, guys, that we're not making much money from this. We're doing this because we feel like we're doing something important, something that we like, something that we can do well. Well, not in the beginning, but now we feel that we can do it kind of more or less, acceptable quality. So it's gonna be very interesting if this thing scales up at some point. Few internationals texting us, telling us like what are our business strategies, business plans. Maybe we should do more kind of vlogs and maybe we should walk you into kind of our development strategies. That might be like one of the additions to this podcast for the upcoming year. Might be interesting to see how we...
Yeah, we can even listen to the ideas in the comments if any of you just wants to.
Just comment your big ideas. Like, how do you think? What is lacking? Like, how should we do well of this thing? We already built some community. We more or less got the idea of what internationals living in Georgia feel here. Like, what's the modern work life for them is. So, what's the next step? Comment below.
Maybe we should gather expats from all the countries. What do you think? Should we create a list where we are just marking the countries from where we already had the expats, and we just need to fill up whole globe?
Yeah. Oh, that might be very tricky, my friend. But yeah, maybe that should be one of the goals for sure.
But that would be really nice.
You know what would be really nice? If we have a budget to kind of sponsor, like kind of make these people come to Georgia and then we record them.
Not all of them.
Like we do the research, we find the real interesting people, and then they come here and then they share their valuable insights. Like I don't want to be one of those online podcasts where I mean we might have a few cases where we do this online thing, but I don't think it's very appealing. The whole point of having a studio was to kind of have the proper lighting, proper sound, this face-to-face time. It brings more authenticity for sure. So maybe that's what we should be focusing on more. All right, enough with the introduction.
Okay, should we?
This is a Christmas special. We should go ahead with the rankings. People are curious.
Should we start from the episodes that make to the top list or did not make to the top list? What do you think, Leon?
I still have my doubts about this, but maybe we start with the ones that did not actually
make. Okay. And
to be respectful and to have some sort of,
we will be reasoning why this or that did not make to the top 10. It's also kind of fun that we only had 17 episodes and we are doing the top 10.
Well, it's not easy to record an episode a week. So,
but as the Christmas special, we do what we do. Okay.
And sorry, on the deeper level, like the biggest takeaway of this episode will probably be the part where you understand how much data actually means nowadays. How much data you actually need to get from point A to point B. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know in the beginning. Like in the beginning, you just need to start recording. Like you don't know who is watching. You don't know what people like. And then once you collect some sort of data, then you make data-driven decisions. That tech companies like to use this term a lot. So you'll see how the actual progress where we actually caught this certain pattern in our listeners, and then we pushed harder and harder in that kind of niche, and it worked. Now we have a community. Next step would be catching this new pattern for which we will need to do more experiments, more this sort of thing where we just kick off and start doing this new experiments. And this will collect additional data. And at some point, we're going to hire just some data analyst because I don't want to be doing this all by myself.
I thought you were short in the budget. Ooh-wee.
Well, whatever you want, man. We're here to help. Something's going to come up. What are you going to do? All right, go ahead.
The first who did not make the top 10 And personally for me, it was one of the best episodes. It was Dr. Herman's episode. Now, people who are watching us and listening to us, and Leon, this was one of the best episodes, in my opinion. But it appeared, because, I mean, the value that you could take from that would have been really large. The idea is that it didn't got that much of a views. Maybe that was our problem, and from our side we just didn't push it
I mean,
that much.
There is one huge thing in that.
Yes,
episode.
I want you to say that. I don't want to mention it.
I mean,
from
feel
my
free to
side.
say it, but yeah, I can explain better. First of all, Dr. Herman, you know we appreciate the fuck out of you.
I mean, I love that.
We
person.
love you,
I love
and
that person.
apparently, like, we think that, like, whenever we catch you here around Georgia, we want to do another episode where we do the 2-hour real tarot session, where you just analyze our personality in deeper
and where
level.
Levan is comparing himself to the mouse,
to the
even
mouse,
more.
or even worse. Yeah. So the problem was that, guys, like, this is for you, the audience. I only have slept for 1 hour during that night. I was very hangover. It was really kind of, not to say spontaneous because it was planned, but Rezi was also kind of exhausted, even though he did a good job. And Dr. Herman, we just could not keep up with what he was saying. You know, it was a very weak episode from our side, especially from my side. Like, I wasn't performing at my best for understandable reasons. You know, like, you can't always be performing on the Saturday night or even during the day. Like, I work full time and I had a fun Friday. Okay, just sue me, whatever. And
truth be told, we were not on the Dr. Herman's level.
That's another thing.
Even if we were
the guy has
completely-
6 degrees. I mean, it's
even if we
fucking
were
crazy.
completely sober and full mode,
We will
would
still look dumb, but it could be. It might have been more. People would understand more how his methods work, you know?
Right.
Because in that episode, like, he was asking me questions that would probably lead somewhere, but I was just, you know, I had errors in my mind. Like, I could not process the information. Like, I was at my worst, basically. So Dr. Herman's, hands down, my bad. We're gonna do the better episode whenever we catch you here.
Right.
I mean, for the record, his hourly rate is like about $1,000. So imagine.
Should we say that? Because I think he said that
Well,
outside.
I didn't specify. I said above $1,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But for me, it was one of the best episodes.
So he did that episode for free for us. So we feel very appreciated and very respected.
True.
And maybe he'll do another 2 or 3 hours. God knows.
Yeah. If
He's running a charity
if we'll
for
catch
modern
him
podcast.
here, we just need to do that. I mean, we must.
Yeah. So this is a strong message for you, Dr. Herman.
Here's the cheers for you. Here's the cheers.
Cheers, bro.
All right. The next who did not make to the top 10 is 4-day work week. Which was
that's our episode.
yeah, so there's lots of our episodes there.
Okay, yeah.
But that was one of them. Do you have any idea why?
I do have an idea why. 4-day work week was an experiment, and we were pretty small back then. And you remember, we just improvised, and we used a lot of rage baiting marketing strategy there. So the goal was to just get some eyeballs to this podcast, because back then we weren't able to get many international guests, especially because we didn't even know where to find them. You know, it became easier over time because, you know, when some of the clips got viral, then people just started texting us, and, you know, we just got better at networking. But in the beginning, we just needed to kind of say outrageous things, such as, you know, British are lazy, even though they are fucking
You
lazy.
always say that. You always
Yeah,
say
whatever. Like, but I wouldn't say that on a normal day, or I would. I don't even know.
that. You would.
Anyways, but that was kind of a breakthrough, that episode, because the biggest short clip is from there. That's where I say, about Georgia, like, we are a very strange nation. We could be drinking until 4
about
a.m.
the lateness? Yeah.
Yeah. And still show up at work at 9 a.m. No, not 9, 10 a.m., maybe 11, because nobody cares about lateness here. That, like, a lot of people got outraged by that, and huge comments, a lot of discussion, a lot of engagement. And that got us to the next level where, it became a little bit easier to find the interesting guests. So even though that episode itself as a standalone probably doesn't provide much value to the audience, it's just a pointless entertainment, it's still a cool thing to watch.
Yes. Plus, I want to add that at that moment, we were suffering from the guests. So it was not easy for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons. Because what we're trying to do is mostly have the guests here. That is our niche, and that's what we are trying to prove here. That's what we want the audience to see. Obviously, in the future, we are planning to have solo sessions as well. And just Lemon and I will be speaking about different topics. But I think the main and the best thing that the audience and our listeners can listen to our podcast is actual expats who are living here. Again, this content might not have worked in big countries. We all know that expats are going there because it's better there. But when they are coming to this small country,
small oasis of the Europe and Asia,
then it becomes, and from the better countries, and I obviously like economically that type of stuff. And they are deciding that we can stay in this small country. Now that becomes already. Why?
Yeah.
The question arises why they are deciding that let's go ahead and increase our roots here. So
definitely a good niche.
Yeah,
pretty unique niche for Georgian market. Like we said, nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is, not in America. Nobody likes it better. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I don't think that there's not even a single person who would not understand what you just said. Anyways, the next,
if there is, hands down,
if there is,
you might be a saint.
Maybe this
might be a virgin.
Is not, maybe this person is not 18.
Maybe he or she shouldn't be watching this podcast
I just
at
said
all.
18? We started to watch that
under 18, you mean? Whatever.
Yeah, not even 18.
Who's the next one?
Anywho, the next episode that did not make into the top 10 is Mr. John, the English teacher.
That breaks my heart also.
Yes. The main reason
is again our issue there. It was a very early stages of this new production. If you're gonna check John's episode, and you should do that, it's amazing. He's an English teacher, but
same goes for the Herman's episode, by the way.
Absolutely. Even though we're gonna invite him again if he finds time for us. So as far as the John's episode goes, he was the second international guest we had. I don't even know where to start. So the lighting was all messed up. Like we were basically the shiny objects. So the wall was kind of reflecting the light. So that's our cameraman. He also progressed a lot during these days. Gio, he left us here. I don't know. I think he's in the bathroom.
Not even here right now.
Right now he's so advanced that he lets himself just getting out of this production. Anyways, the lighting was messed up. And then back then we didn't even know how to edit the episode properly, so I used the AI, and I didn't have much time to edit it myself, so I used
excuses, man. You're just using
no. What I mean is, and then the whole
excuses.
episode is like, we're removing this and awkward pauses that we do right now, but we realize that those things are necessary, and it gives you the authenticity, and it's very natural. And that thing, it's like cutting all the time. It just doesn't sound very natural. But John was amazing. Like
He is.
Yeah.
He is amazing. Yeah.
It's an episode for someone who is trying to understand what's the best way to learn the conversational English, and also very interesting to see why some of the old school teachers, old school salesmen are coming to countries like ours. The guy is still doing the door-to-door salesmanship. And the other day I saw him in my corporation. I don't want to name where I work right now, but it's the bank. And they used his service to kind of train the employees.
Yeah, and you met him there, right?
Yeah, I met him, and it was really fun. I
know.
told you, you're still doing that. And he was like, don't tell anyone. Very funny guy, lovely person. You should watch it. And we're going to be inviting him one more time for sure, because right now we have broader audience, but we don't know when it's going to happen because he's also very busy.
Yes.
Alrighty, who's next?
Yeah, I mean, before we're gonna go to the next thing, unfortunately, that's the sole reason why John did not make to the top 10. Again, watching that episode is crucially important for anyone who just wants to understand that the methods that we are using right now in our school system might not be that good compared to what actually John does, which is
what are you gonna learn for $6 an hour? Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Yes.
Very funny guy. You should watch it.
There are different methods of teaching. Obviously, it is not a rocket science. You wouldn't know what would be the best. But of course, when it comes to comparison, I think that John's methods were extremely good. Plus, I mean, based on the experience, what he had, he has that data. So
I mean, you should see what the corporations are paying, like how much money they are paying for some stupid lessons. Like the other day, somebody showed me, like I have this reputation at the workplace that I have a good English, in the Georgian company.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, there are levels, right? It's ridiculous because my English is not perfect. Like, I have
should it be?
tons of flaws. Exactly, that's the point.
You're not the native, so
and the thing is, like, they were saying, do you know this sentence? And they're showing me some sort of idiom that nobody ever says that unless it's just if you're reading some literature, that's the only place where you're going to find such kind. I don't even remember what there was written. And I'm like, okay, this is what they're teaching you guys. So this is how you want to advance your English. You're never gonna use that word. Like, what are you trying to achieve there?
Right. I mean, you're not the Shakespeare. So.
And then they obviously made the right choice. Then they hired John. So I think there might be some progress in the upcoming
good
years.
episode. Mm-hmm. Good episode. Really love it.
Yeah. All right. I think we need to speed things up a little bit because we were spending too much time on each episode.
Yeah. And plus, we need to also name the top 10.
Yeah. Top 10 is ahead.
Anyways,
all right.
Next one. Okay, we can make it short because it's again our episode. It was about the relationships at work. Do you remember the time?
Love that episode, man. I
about
love
the HR and the CEO.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's about that.
So, a short context about that episode. So, we started doing this podcast like a year ago. I believe it was November last year. And we shot 2 episodes in the different studio. And then we realized that we would spend too much money on the studio if we wanted to do this long term. So that's where we decided that we wanted to build our own studio. That eventually we were renting this out, but we're using it. Like the main reason to build this thing was to use it for our own production. So it took like solid 7-8 months to build this thing. I know it sounds like a simple fucking setup, but in Georgia, you need to order everything from overseas, and it takes time to get here. Then then obviously
But it was fun building.
it was
this,
fun.
no?
Like we did, some of the parts are actually done by our own hands, and
Yeah.
that's what we are focusing on in that episode. And we were so excited that we got to shoot in our own studio that we were just okay. We don't need a
Well, we
guest.
were
Let's just
shooting.
open up.
Yeah,
And,
we were just shooting.
and so it happened that HR lady incident happened during that time. It was pretty hot, so we decided why not talk about the relationships in the workplace. And it was really, really fun. I think it's a kind of underrated episode because we didn't have an audience back then, but it's really cool. It's only 30 minutes long, so you can watch it easily, or you can just listen to it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the short
All right.
explanation from that.
Next one.
The next one that didn't make is, again, it's us, which is the
Again?
Halloween episode. But I don't
Did we
think
have so many solo episodes?
yeah. I mean, a Halloween episode is not considered as
Halloween
an
episode. Oh
But,
man, guys, we looked cool there. Like the outfits were 10-10, but the delivery was awful because we didn't have
I
structure.
mean, you looked cool, but I was like Blue Eyes Jafar, which is ridiculous. But,
Why is it
but no, the
ridiculous?
outfit was good.
Bro, I'm
yeah.
telling you, I got some messages from Arabic countries, and they were like, "You see Jafar? He looks cool." It's
I
all
mean,
about perspective.
It was
man.
obvious
Like,
that I was Jafar.
you need to
but-
bring something new to the character, right? Like,
Anyway, that episode did
Whatever.
not make it. And plus,
Yeah,
that was just a Halloween special. We were just trying to
Yeah.
summarize some
no
stuff.
preparation, no structure.
Might not be even considered as a episode because it was like
it's only 13 minutes or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
If
Okay.
you want to check that episode, it's only because if you want to please your eyes, whatever, like enjoy the visuals. Like that's the only takeaway from there.
All
Because
right.
we do really look cool there.
Anyways,
The content, not so much.
okay, two left. One of them is a person from France that we have.
Oh, our good buddy. His name is
Yes.
Leo. Well, do you want to go ahead? No, I have my own thoughts why it didn't make it, but
Did not that make good to the audience and the views?
I think it was too unrelatable for our audience. Like they could not
Right.
relate.
Yeah.
Like it was way out. Like obviously, that we are kind of experimenting without. The podcast is called Modern 9 to 5. But it's everything except 9 to 5. We time after time we do the classic 9 to 5s, but we are still trying to bring the new perspective to 9 to 5 work. And we brought an artist. So he's French. He's very, he's type of guy who makes.
Actually, he was the only person who never worked a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean
exactly.
that was really
Exactly.
out of the context. But we wanted
He was really cool though.
exactly. I mean,
Very extraordinary experience.
yes, because if you're gonna watch that episode, you're gonna find a lot of things about the nude arting and the episode itself. And again, all these previous ones that we mentioned, they're beautiful episodes. There's a lot of takeouts. It's just that we decided to create a top 10. So we just have to do it.
One of our guests actually gave us the feedback that the time is very valuable, so you need to spend it very carefully. So there are parts like if you're like I don't want to say anything, just sometimes the flow doesn't go really well. Even though we love Leo, we might invite him one more time, or we might do the projects together.
Sure.
He's really cool, and he has pretty unique experience. The problem might be in the delivery. Like he might not be the best person to walk you through his journey. Maybe he can do that with his paintings, but maybe he's not the best person to deliver it vocally and verbally. So that might be a little bit of problem, and we might not have been the best interviewers.
That's what I wanted to say. Obviously,
because we are not the interviewers, like by the nature.
Obviously, I
We
mean,
just want to have a conversation.
we've done just 17 episodes. Okay, we for lots of perspectives we might really suck at doing the podcast, which could be true.
Leo, we love you, brother.
Okay.
You're cool.
And
he's very handsome guy though. Like I think a few girls texted us for his coordinates and stuff.
I remember he was single as well. And plus,
no, he actually had a Georgian girlfriend.
Like I'm saying in the episode, he showed us his nude
penis?
photos.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, okay. There's
very cool guy.
One more episode that did not make to the top 10, and that is one of our last aired episode, which is a Dana's episode. Donna, sorry, not Dana, it's Donna.
Oh, Donna, the most recent one.
Even though that I loved her.
Well, the simplest answer why she didn't make it would be because she's Jewish.
Come on.
Of course I'm kidding, guys. Of course I'm kidding. We don't hate Jewish. The reason why she didn't make it was because she is actually married to a Russian person.
What?
Kidding again. She just didn't make it because... Why? Why did she not make it?
I don't know, because you wanted to make it that joke. All right, people. I mean, if you're gonna watch that episode, that is so good, actually, and there are so many good takeouts.
I think the problem was that we cut out many things from that episode. Just because the political inappropriacy, whatever.
Right. The idea here is this. All right. Donna could have talked to so many things that was really interesting, not only for us, but for you as well as an audience. But we decided to just have fun, and Donna as well with us. So we just got carried away with obviously like really ridiculous jokes. I mean, here and there, and the podcast itself took completely different route compared to what we were actually planning.
I help myself. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Like,
if you're gonna watch that episode, that's really good.
I was gonna say that she's type of person that can take a joke. So we're not offending anyone here. And Yuri, he's a great guy. Her husband.
I loved her so much, and she was the first person who actually told you to shh. And
she's very bold, very bold.
3 times she told you that.
She's a tough young bird.
I really loved her. Yeah, but again, compared to the topic, I mean, since we're talking about the modern 9 to 5, there was off-topic discussions. What we had with Donna. Yeah. But if you want to check that episode out, there's lots of takeouts there as well.
Yeah, she's giving some real good insights regarding art therapy and many other things, like what it's like to live in Israel, before the war, and why did she chose to come here, what benefits we actually offer. There were a lot of insights, really. It just, it's always more fun to...
Yeah, I mean, it's a Jewish perspective.
Jokes.
Who cares? Joking. I love her so much.
That is cool.
That's the end of... thank you, Donna. Again, people, if you want to check that episode out, that is really, really good one. Anyways, now it's time for our top 10.
Are we already on top 10?
Yes, we are already on the top 10. And on the 10th place, we have Nutsa.
You got to do more.
Your friend.
So the 10th place,
and already
Nutsa.
Already my friend as well.
Let's say the only reason why she made it to the top 10 is because she's our friend. Kidding. Nutsa is very cute. Nutsa is amazing. The reason why she's at the 10th place probably would be still people want to see more internationals in the show. What are you going to do about it, man?
Yes, I mean, our niche is about the expats. Nutsa is still Georgian from all the parts, and
she's
maybe
from
it was
a very traditional part of Georgia, which is called Svaneti, and she's really cool. Well, she had some nice thoughts. She's actually very smart and very intelligent. And Nutsa's episode, on the second part of the episode, it went mostly on a philosophical discussions, where she was talking about whether you should follow purpose or money. and how difficult it is to find the balance, and
Ask that to Donna.
Always follow the money.
You need to see that episode. Again, people, you just need to see that episode, really.
Anyway, so Nutsa's episode was special. Again, another reason that played the role of it being ranked in on the 10th position and not higher was that it was still a very beginning of our podcast. I believe it was 5th or 6th episode, so we still didn't have much of an audience, so we were still figuring it out.
Nutsa's episode.
Regardless, Nutsa looked very cute. Oh, and another thing, like I have to say this, it's not a feedback, not nothing. We were inexperienced. Nutsa, I believe it was first time she was on the camera, so she had a little bit of anxiety. So we had a little bit of pauses. It was 6th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much, Nutsa. We love you.
Oh,
and
yes.
we're gonna invite you one more time.
Of
for
course,
sure.
of course, and many, many times.
And she's the type of person that changes her jobs very quickly. So from that episode to the wherever we're gonna invite her, it's gonna be lots of updates.
I remember
to talk about.
If something doesn't suit her morally, she just leaves the job.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. She's
so cool.
insufferable.
She's so cool.
Yeah, love you, Nutsa. Sending you a lot of hugs.
Yes. So people, you can just check that out, that episode as well. Okay, on the 9th place, we have Mr. Abdul Aziz.
Oh, can't believe you couldn't make it about 9th, man. I mean,
didn't we create the list? So you can't.
I wanted to say I wanted to say that it was ChatGPT, but actually we were the ones who made the list. Bro, Abdul Aziz, man, you've been amazing. The problem, I still think the problem is the format.
Us, okay.
Well, we're still figuring this thing out. Like it's not like we're experts and we're inviting people and we're giving them hopes and once you get to 9 to 5, then your life is set up in a different way. Then it's not.
So like we discussed,
we're not quite there yet.
The main issue was that he was
too young.
Yes.
And he was the first student who had the balls to actually show up to our show and to talk to the whole expat community and to talk to the whole Georgian audience. He's a very bold guy. He's originally from Pakistan, but he's British. Like he grew up in Britain, and he faced that was actually not to say first time, but that was like the realization of that we Georgians, as much as I like to say it, I don't think as a society we are a little bit of racist country, unfortunately.
Oh, we're gonna go to that part in the top levels.
Yeah. Don't spoil it for everybody. Yeah. So the thing is, Abdul Aziz was amazing, but we saw some weird comments. And when you are the one delivering this, it's your guest, and you have the ability to see through his eyes, like what it's like to feel that some stupid ass bitches are commenting this, ridiculous stuff. Anyways. Regardless, he had excellent takeaways, especially for the students. And another thing was that our audience is mostly, our age or, like sometimes people above 25, let's call it.
Statistically, we saw that it's
between 30 and 40 because we were fucking old. What are you going to do? But Abdul Aziz gave us something special. He brought the eyes of the students who live in Georgia, who study in Georgia. A lot of good insights regarding Georgian education.
Because
it seems like we didn't even know. Like it really does sound like we're doing well in some areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only that, the idea, of course, is that the services that anyone can get in this country is remotely cheap compared to any other countries. All right, when we're talking about the medical,
like the important stuff such as medical services,
which is absolutely important for any of the human being, because without the health, obviously nothing matters. So if you're willing to check out that episode. It's a really good one. Technically, obviously, we'll suggest to check out all of the episodes, but I mean, it's about the medical one. Why not? You can just go ahead and do that. Plus, how it is to live when you're an expat in our country, and what you need to think of, what is good, what might not be that good from a different perspective. This is something that you can actually see.
If you're someone who is considering studying in Georgia, especially in the medical sphere, just watch the episode. The guy is full of insights. He knows how tough it is to come to different country. And he's very eloquent and very articulate person.
Oh, yes.
And he's a cool guy. Like,
yeah,
we liked him very much.
Genuinely
he's
the sweetest guy.
Yeah. Very respectful, very respectful lad, as they like to call each other.
Lads.
Yeah, I mean, he's British. We talked a bit of shit about the UK, which is our trend, our kind of niche. Basically.
That's your trend. That's not my trend.
Yeah, Abdul Aziz was amazing.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, mate. We're gonna be in contact. Hopefully, once again.
Oh yeah, we can just do the special guest episode again. I mean, the type of thing.
We're gonna get we're gonna ask the audience if we have in the end. Don't forget that we should ask that.
Anyways, the next.
Who's the next?
The eighth place. On the eighth place, we have, and I don't want to speak about that because I was not on that podcast. That was
Pearl.
Yeah, so you can
That's
take
the only reason why it was the 8th place and not the higher. Pearl, beautiful lady, we love you, and she's gonna be coming again. And I want to do this special episode with her and Dylan.
Oh, really?
The ones that
but
hate,
I need
hate
to
each
be
other.
there. I mean, I missed that again.
Yeah.
I didn't miss it not because I didn't want it to.
Pearl was someone who actually opened the door for this podcast to the UAE audience. Like people from Dubai started to watch this podcast. Not that many, but they're watching us. Like I still see in the analytics, like 2 or 3%, they're always watching us. So it's really cool. Like she opened this new opportunities, and she had so many good insights. Like you couldn't tell from her appearance or her social media presence. That's why I was so surprised. Like I was just under the impression that, okay, I'm just gonna be inviting this Pearl person who is someone from Dubai, and I'm just gonna be talking to her about the Dubai regular life. But it turned out to be way more insightful. You know, she's a peer manager. She's doing stuff like if you wanna, I don't know, understand how to. Like she was giving very practical advices on how to make it in Dubai. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you should watch it. She's also very cute and very hot. Like a lot of guy comments and a lot of guy DMs. Back then, she wasn't interested, or else I'd just hook her up with somebody else. Pearl, send you many hugs, many kisses. Oh, and another thing that Rezi couldn't make in that episode, so that's why we couldn't make it. I don't know, the 3-way kind of more engaging, more interesting conversation thing. So it was mostly me, and you know me, I get carried away a lot, so I need someone who keeps the structure in place.
Right. So I mean,
Pearl
it
was
would be
amazing.
really nice if you'll join us again, because I would really like to meet
Actually,
you.
my mom said when she was watching the episode, like, who is this gorgeous lady? I mean, she's really, really cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
all right. Who is on the 7th place?
That was number 8. On the 7th place, we have Nicola Lipari, who was one of our first guests. And here's what I want to say. Now, the episode that we had with Nicola, and plus, again, this was the first guest, and we started with such a guest.
Yeah.
That was Nicola. I would really recommend anyone who is our audience to just go ahead and rewatch that episode, or just watch it for the first time if you haven't seen that, because, and there's lots of reasons why it was so important. First of all, that's actual 9-to-5 worker, and the person who fits to our podcast fully and 100%. And plus, there are so many good insights that you can actually hear from a person who's working in the EBRD and is really successful and has done tons of different things, came through a really difficult path. For example, I mean, we are all struggling when we are just trying to get a new job. And Nicola, for example, had, and during the podcast, he is mentioning that he had at least 100 denials before he actually got a job. But it's not that he was disappointed by that. It's a system how he built and what he was doing, and it was just a simple thing that, okay, denial is just yet another step that you should just take it and not to back down. So it's such a good episode, all right? I would even put it on the top 3. It's just that since it was our second episode after the pilot, it didn't got that many views. So again, I would really highly recommend anyone to just watch that.
100%.
Excellent person, excellent episode, just amazing guy.
Yeah, few words about Nicola. Nicola, if you're watching this, bro, you know how the episode went. You've been amazing. So the thing is, it was only our second episode, so nobody actually knew we existed back then. So that's why it didn't get many views, many engagement, whatever. But like Rezi said, the episode is actually full of insights. Like it's the classic 9 to 5 thing. Like the guy has been trying to get the cool jobs ever since he was 18. He's the Bocconi graduate. He works for EBRD. He's been, not to say everywhere, but, in places like Bangladesh. And, then he came to Georgia. Like he's been traveling. He's seen the different sides of the world and how the work cultures actually differ. We've been discussing many interesting topics, such as like how US and UK and Southern European work cultures differ. What are the challenges? For example, in Southern Italy, it's very difficult to lose your job, but it's also very difficult to find a new job. And like the northern you go, like it's easier to lose it, but it's easier to also find one. So it's very, very interesting. Like we deep dive into that kind of thing. And the guy is very talkative and very fun.
Oh yeah, I
very
mean
charismatic
the episode
person.
is only
the
about
classic
him.
Italiano. So you gotta watch that thing.
I think we barely even talked there.
Yeah, I mean he wouldn't let us, man. I mean he's very he's very classic Italian person, and Italian and Georgian personalities.
Quite
I'd
similar,
say it matches really well. It fits really well, and. No, I'm just trying to remember. It was really important.
I mean, again, people just go ahead and watch that.
Yeah, the only reason why it has
it's a must-watch episode.
Only reason why it didn't get that much of a views is because it was only second episode, and we didn't have any promotion whatsoever.
Yeah, and plus we uploaded it wrongly, and there were no comments, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Just
go ahead and watch
it's
that
what
episode.
we call underrated gem. So you gotta watch it.
Oh yeah. Exactly. All right, that was the 7th place. Okay, on the 6th place we have Mary.
Marie, or should I call you Mariam? Mary's pretty popular around here in Georgia because she's also a content creator right now, but she's actually an artist and she's a photographer. She worked for some of the most famous British, no, not British, but like, she's a Londoner. She's done cool stuff. She lived in London with her boyfriend. Now his boyfriend is actually here. And he was the one.
Both here, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the one who actually convinced her to go back to your roots.
Yeah.
And that's very.
Which was really weird, yeah.
Not to say weird, but interesting.
Yeah.
The point is, besides the fact that she's a really interesting person, they have this very cute love story, romance, whatever. Like that's basically their content. And Marie
And
is,
what an accent! What an accent!
oh man, yeah, she's posh.
I mean,
Like,
listening to her is
I don't know. I don't know if I've met a single person who is like an immigrant posh, but yeah,
I
her
mean,
accent
listening
sounds
to
really
her.
cool.
It was just I like talk, and we're
Yeah, the
just
comments were
gonna-
basically saying just let her talk. Like,
yeah.
but besides that, I mean, she had an amazing assessment of what the real value of modern universities are, which in
Yes.
her opinion is not that much. So she's still paying the huge student loan in the UK, and she doesn't feel that her degree, helped her in any way. She still considers that her personality and her approaches to life led to what she is right now, which makes a lot of sense to me. I don't want to make any sort of kind of assessment or kind of statement here, but that's how she feels, and I can relate to that. Well, Mary is very cool. If you're curious about what is modern London life, you gotta watch that thing. She's very cute, very elegant, very articulate. I don't know.
She's just best person.
Yeah, she's really
Alright.
cute. Also,
Yeah.
so you gotta watch that thing.
Really good
You
one,
might
yeah.
find her also on TikTok. I don't remember her exact the ID, but yeah, she's all there. Like if you're gonna check our episode, you're gonna see her name on the TikTok, and yeah, she's really cute.
Right.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Marie, for this great experience.
So that is the top 5. I mean, it was a
we're
sixth
only
place.
on-
A sixth
Mary was the
place.
sixth.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we are to the top 5. All right. And on the 5th place, we have Mr. Kent.
Oh, bro! I honestly thought that
I
you were
mean-
gonna, but it's on us. It's on us. Like he would have made it to the
no,
top.
I mean anyone who made the top 10 doesn't matter. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
or even
No,
that
top
did not
five,
make. All right.
I don't want to lie to people. Like top 5 is top 5. you know?
Okay. Okay.
It's like,
always as blunt as ever.
If I had to say, so it's top league. So there's the second division and there's the top league, and top 5 is top 5. Kent, you want to start or
No,
should
I mean, Kent actually put us on the market, I would say. I mean,
he put us on the spotlight for sure. Yeah.
yes, that was the moment when people, and we received a lot of audience because of Kent.
Yeah.
An amazing person, all right, who actually came from the US.
From Georgia to Georgia.
Yes, really nice. And now lives here. And he plans to stay here. And the idea is that he was doing really well in the US, but decided to come to this country, all right? Now, that's why our content is really unique, that this type of ideas that these people are sharing, all right, and all sorts of things, why they decided specifically to come here, why they are feeling appreciated by our people who are completely different, all right, from them, but they are trying to have the life here, which can't
With his family.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
the family, and they are just enjoying this thing that we have
Yeah.
in this small country, which is called Georgia. So if you haven't checked that episode, you can get so many beautiful insights about what could be the biggest differences from, I mean, the US and the Georgia, and why our country might be a really good spot for a specific type of people. I mean, it depends, obviously. I mean, it is the choice of likes. Okay, you might like the one thing, someone might like the different thing, but overall speaking, this is a country that can welcome you all day, every day, and moreover, if you're English speaker, since English has
Yeah.
become a second language to us, really good.
Kent's perspective was really, really interesting in many ways. And Kent is type of person, if you watch his episode, you're just gonna realize, just by listening to this guy, you will understand that he could make it anywhere. And we even got the comments where, you know, like somebody was saying like he could have had an acting career in the US, basically, but he chose to come to he's a very good looking lad, you know, fit, tall, very handsome man. And he is also very articulate, you know, he knows how to express himself. And he made so many good points. Like we were kind of pressuring him hard to explain what was his reasoning, why he decided to come here.
We were trying to tell him,
and he wouldn't hold back. He was like, you know, he would just say, okay, because I fucking love it.
Force him to say something bad about our country. And he was like, I mean, this is so good.
No, but the summary is that he has a different perspective than compared to a lot of people. And it's really interesting to listen to him when he goes into details, you know, when we deep dive into why he actually made his decision. And it's not just because of the quality of life. He's doing business here and he's done business there. He was successful already. You know, he was doing just fine in the US, but he still chose to come here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's doing excellent here also. And he's making points.
He was actually having an American dream life there. All right,
that's what he said.
The family,
exactly.
the yard, the kids. Okay, I mean, everything is so calm. Okay, but something was missing.
One of his clips was actually no, not one of a few of his clips went actually viral from our TikTok, from our Instagram, and the points that he was making. Like, just to give you a reference, he was mostly talking about the cultural differences between America and Georgia, such as, you know, the first time he was exposed to Supra, he enjoyed the Georgian dinner and how non-transactional it is, because in the US, he explained that if somebody's doing something for you, then they're expecting something similar one way or another in the future. And he also made a few points about how safe Tbilisi is, because the city life in the US doesn't seem to be very safe, with the kids especially. The exact wording was that you cannot have city life in the US with the kids because there's weirdos. So those are kind of very strong points he made, and that made his episode very special.
Or maybe
the only reason why it's on the 5th place is because I was being inexperienced and dumb while I was uploading this video, and I had some sort of you know, configuration issues where I clicked on some stupid stuff, such as the content is made for kids or something. I don't know. So the comments were blocked, and like no engagement, no nothing. But it got huge engagement in the Instagram and on TikTok. But you know, on YouTube, a lot of people watched it, but like 0 comments and stuff. So it's on me basically.
I think
like, it's my
what
fault.
Kent was trying to say is that when you reach a certain level of life, then the most important part becomes the human relationship that he was lacking in the US and something that he got in our country. Again, that is an excellent and amazing episode that you should watch. You must watch if you haven't seen that.
Kent was amazing. Thank you, brother. We'll be in touch again for sure. Lots of future collaborations, especially in the mountains and the skis.
Oh,
a lot of spoilers
he loves to
here
ski as well. Great.
All right, who's next?
Oh, next is us, and we are on the 4th place,
Oh,
which is our pilot.
Wow. We made it.
You see, so after this, we won't be on the top 3. We didn't put our selves on the top 3. So, I mean, we were objective as much as possible.
We tried our best.
But on the 4th place, that's our very first pilot episode. Now,
underrated gem for sure, man.
Yes, I could say that during this episode, first of all, I mean, we both were really nervous. This was the first time that we ever decided. I mean, me and Leon are coming from the 7th grade. I think we mentioned that in a lot of the podcasts, and we always wanted to start something like this. But it was always hard. We didn't have either time or blah, 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 whatever, all the excuses. But when we decided to do that and we actually said the very first words during the podcast, that became that was really amazing. Okay, that was really a new experience for both of us. So after that, we did had a lot. Pretty big pause, but for the obvious reasons, and the obvious reasons were that we decided to create our own podcast studio. Based on that, I mean, we built this. And after that, we already continued our podcast, and we are really proud of that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first step that we took towards this thing, and we didn't even know what we were doing. Basically, no structure, no preparation, and we've been surprised how well the conversation flow actually go. Honestly, it's another underrated gem. Like, you gotta watch that thing. It was the first episode, so that's why not that many people have seen it, but people in the comments and in the DMs are asking, you guys need to tell us more about yourself. And I'm like, okay.
And mostly it was improvised. Do you remember that? Mostly
I
it was
do remember
improvised.
that. I've watched that episode many times because it's edited by myself. Like, we didn't have even an editor back then. So like, I had to watch that thing. Lot of awkward pauses, a lot of and ahs because of the emotional tension in the first episode. But if you really want to learn
why he hates UK.
A lot about me and few things about Rezi, because it was still like he was basically interviewing me.
Yeah, that's how we decided to do the first one.
Yeah, and then we were supposed to do the opposite, but the things went different way. Anyways, it's like that's where you will actually find out my relationship with the UK, my corporate work life experience. Lots of takeaways from there. Like, I have a cool editor right now, so I'm gonna be asking him in the future to take out like some of the most important stuff from there, and I will be posting it all over the social media. But if you want to get the full vibe, you need to watch the whole thing. It's like an hour and a half episode. It's the pilot one. And I was freshly returned from the UK, and I had a lot to talk about. I'm just explaining my whole fucking experience there. I'm expressing my emotions, and Rezi is challenging me in my thoughts, and it's a back and forth at some point. We lose the track because we don't have the structure. Like, we talk about many things, but it's like, if you like that kind of vibe, you gotta watch it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, but it was like the podcast. It was a pilot.
But it was a proper podcast, man.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to I've watched it, many times.
I've never seen that. I don't watch our podcast.
I'm telling you, it's a proper, solid episode.
Someone might say that I should watch that because, there's so many things that I should improve and must improve, but I just don't watch our podcast.
You gotta start watching our podcast. Yeah, that's his thing. He doesn't watch stuff.
I'll do
Well,
that.
do you know who else doesn't watch his episodes?
DiCaprio?
No. Steve Carell. He never watched The Office.
There's so many who doesn't watch that. I mean, DiCaprio doesn't watch his films.
It never made sense to me, to be honest. But, it seems like some of the great minds think alike, so maybe you're one of those.
I wouldn't. I mean, you've been too.
In any case,
too generous. You're too generous. Okay, I mean,
you gotta watch that thing.
Okay, so that's a pilot. So why, if you haven't seen our pilot, obviously I would recommend you to watch that. Now we have the top three.
Top three.
In the top three, on the third place, we have your friend, and now already
who is it in your
mine.
opinion, my friend?
Who is?
Tell us the top three.
Ilia,
Our cameraman.
not Tapuria, but
Stay undefeated.
There.
Ilia Torushi. This time, even his the first initials are the same. T. Ilia Torushi.
It's
pretty recent.
Guy.
Pretty recent, bro.
Amazing.
Guy's not even famous.
Podcast.
Guy's not even famous, but he made the episode. Like, a lot of people watched it.
he gave the points. And plus, okay, I mean,
let's
previously
be fair. Let's be fair. Okay, so let's speak from our own experience. It was the best professional experience we had in the podcasting.
Oh, yes.
We genuinely
And plus, he was the
enjoyed the
first person
conversation.
who actually challenged you about the UK, okay? Because he, I mean,
we agreed to the most points, but
compared to the previous guests, okay, he
argumentatively challenged my
seriously experienced all of that. All right. Compared to you, who just lived there 2 years and blah blah blah, whatever masters. But Ilia is and was the guest that you just got to see that episode. All right, there are insights not only about something that you can I mean, if you want to go to the UK and that is your plan, how you can get away with some of the things, what are the things that you need to take into consideration, why it might be really important to start your business, maybe not there but here in Georgia.
So many takeaways,
actual live experiences from a person who is like really articulate with an excellent accent, a person who is calm, he just knows what he is talking about. Actually an amazing guy.
That was actually very surprising.
No homo, but amazing guy, all right?
No, what I mean is like it was actually very surprising that it was his first time in the podcast and he was so chill, so relaxed. So
maybe because I mean it was like really friendly environment.
Yeah,
and,
could be that.
I mean,
I don't even know.
Before we start the podcast, we always drink. We always exchange the words. But
and
probably we should start that as well, right?
I
mean, the before or the after podcast.
The after party 9 to 5 sounds very intriguing because that's what I was gonna say. Like, after Ilia's episode, we went on like for another 3 hours just talking all the time.
I think we should have recorded that.
Yeah, we should have done that, but it was like a mix of Georgian and English, and we still haven't made up our mind what language to speak. So it's really weird. You would like it if you were here and just enjoying the vibe, but I don't think I don't think we would have polished it if we just recorded that. So anyways. Yes. Ilia was unique in many ways. Like we said, he's someone who was born in Georgia, and at the very early age, he left with his family in the UK. He grew up there.
His family in
he
the
became
90s,
a man in the UK, but he
that.
didn't lose the contact to Georgia, and then he came back. Now he's living with his family. He recently had a child, so congrats, brother!
Oh, really?
A few days ago, actually.
Congrats!
So
man.
Cheers
to that.
I have to be honest, I don't remember. I believe it's a girl, but I don't remember. So God bless your child.
Cheers.
We wish you all the best, mate, and you've been an amazing guest, and this is gonna be one of the many. So
amazing,
you guys,
story.
If you're interested of what's modern UK is like, and if you're a type of entrepreneurial mindseted person, and if you're thinking, where should I take my business? Should I be doing stuff in the UK? Should I be doing it here? Tax evasion stuff. How does the remote and modern work life work? The episode is full of it. And if you have some more questions, you can just leave the comment. And he's still there. He's one of our buddies, so he's gonna comment. He's gonna reply to any concerns, any questions you have. He's an amazing person. He's a beautiful human being. Thanks, Ilia.
Cheers amazing to that, episode.
To you and to your beautiful family. Really. And let's move to the second one now.
Before we move, I also want to thank Ilia one more time, and we would really like to invite his father in our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again, this podcast is about what Ilia is mentioning is the importance of what could come out if you are a really ballsy person, and what his father did. And during an episode you're gonna just hear the story of Ilia, and what his father actually did is really ballsy move to just in the 90s just take your whole family and move to completely different country, which is UK, without knowing any language, and succeed there. And I mean, that is a story that you just must hear. And yeah, that could be really, really...
The whole family is amazing.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, we would really love to hear from Ilia one more time and many, many times again. Okay, on the second place we have...
Let's do the strong...
like
the
what?
introduction,
Like,
yeah. Scream.
Do I do the drum rolls? Yeah, because on the second place we have Mr. Dylan,
Mother,
who is
the Andrew Tate from Temu, as people like to call him.
I mean,
he finds it hilarious. He loves it.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I think we because we're on the
Dylan
top two. We need to kind of
man.
make another definitions of the criteria in a way. Like you will understand in a bit, but the biggest biggest part of our criteria was mostly the authenticity, the boldness, and the ability to stay authentic and real during our podcast. So those are the first two persons, and the second one right now is Dylan, who we thought that would be the biggest rage baiter in our podcast in the history. And he kind of was, but then there's another person on the first place that you're probably already guessing, but we're gonna move to that.
Not just the person; he was a character.
Yes,
man.
exactly.
I mean,
exactly. He
was so good.
He doesn't give a fuck what you think about him, and it seems like he seems to be the controversial type of person. Like a lot of people find him, not very sensitive to some racial topics. He's making insensitive jokes, which we love. And I honestly, we're on the same page.
And he does that just for
regard.
the rage bait. That's what we want to say here.
Yes. Some people even consider him as a racist, but that's stupid.
With
the whole episode we're trying to explain that.
We shared the Supra with him afterwards and before that. And all of these people, obviously, okay, I mean, we all understand, what is the content creation and why some people might say specific things deliberately, not just because they think that way. I mean, all of these people who we had here on the podcast, they are all sweet persons. I mean, none of them are racist or any of such type of words. And not even us, obviously.
I mean,
we are.
The real democracy is letting everyone speak whatever the hell they want, without, at their best, trying to not to offend anyone, but Dylan, if you're gonna hear his actual experience, you will realize that this is not you're looking at the finished product right now. He has a long story, he had a long life journey that led to this.
Dude lives here, has Georgian girlfriend, and I mean
he's integrated in Georgian family right now, and he's come the long way. Actually, he's been struggling with he was overweight, above 100 kilos, and he's not, the guy is not that big. He worked a lot on his communication. Also, sometimes he makes fun of his past, like how he used to talk, and how he speaks right now. Also, I have to say, because he's associated with Andrew Tate, it's really, really interesting to actually talk to someone who has been working to this, another big persona. So he is the real G. He's an amazing guy. We still keep in touch. We love him. He's a friend of ours.
Amazing person, man.
Just the other day, he texted me. He's right now with his family skiing. And
he was where?
In Bakuriani right now.
It's already snow. It's not
there? The season is open in Bakuriani, but not in Godavari. In Godavari is opening right now. But I think we're gonna be doing a lot of collaborations with him in the future because his plan is to stay here in Georgia. He's a really cool guy. I know he talks a lot of shit in the social media, but that's only because he just makes it fun. He just getting around.
Him, right?
Pearl hates him. One of our beloved guests.
Here's the one thing that
we're gonna get them in the same room if we catch them. So it's gonna be fun.
One of the extra cool thing about our niche and our podcast
Yeah.
is that all of these expats, one way or another, they know each other. So that's a really good thing to mention, since there are not that many who are just coming to this country, and plus they are being successful, etc. So there are places where they are specifically getting in touch with each other, and that's a really good thing to just have as a notice that these people know about each other.
Yeah,
which is
I don't know
really-
how that happens, but
Yeah.
it really seems like, okay, so that's another thing, about our podcast. A lot of our expat friends are telling us that there is literally no English speaking content in Georgia. So if you start speaking in English here, like everybody who is scrolling, your content is going to appear, very naturally to their feed.
Yes.
So that's something that we got lucky with. So we didn't even know that we were doing that. But it seems like those people are kind of, oh man, like they really want to hear some, Georgian actual perspectives on the language that they understand. So imagine like you're going to this Georgian country, the small country where nobody speaks your language. Well, I mean, everybody understands English, but not everybody talks to you in English. So they were like, we get a lot of comments where they say that, okay, it's so refreshing to see something like this, the actual Georgian podcast, like very local podcast, but on English. So we do okay. So now we can understand you guys, how you feel about us, and it's really, we're just building this cool community.
But can't
I forgot what the point I was saying, because my cameramen were making some hand signs. I don't know what he meant.
I forgot
what I was talking about.
So
I was talking about Dylan, I believe. Dylan is a great guy, and it's really amazing to see people coming here, integrate into Georgian culture. And one of his quotes I like is, "Georgia might be the."
What a character, man! What a
like
character.
Wait, how does he say this thing?
What?
Georgia might be the last real country or real nation or something like. He's
said
saying
that?
something like that. No, he's always saying that on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, he's really obsessed with this country, and that's what I love about him. He's always going to churches. He's kind of religious person. What he truly believes in is the hard work and the hustling. He's in his community, they call him the money bag, even though he's not like super fucking rich. He's making a lot of money because he knows how to hustle. So his takes on the money and business in general might be very valuable for you. So you gotta watch that Dylan episode. It's full of jokes, full of entertainment, and he's a real character for sure.
He's a straightforward person. You might not like him at the first glance.
Yeah.
Because he's just gonna tell you whatever he feels. Just be ready for that. But what a character, man! What a character!
Great guy.
Well deserved second place.
Dylan Gaumarjos, as you like to say.
Gaumarjos Secretary.
He still haven't learned how to say that word.
Wait.
Gaumarjos, my Georgian friend.
Do you remember that in The Wolf of the Wall Street, how DiCaprio is just immediately pushing into the role when it says like, start the scene. That's what Dylan was doing.
Exactly, man.
I mean, there's a scene and immediately changing a character. Like maybe like
the second you turn on the camera, he becomes that guy, the guy that you know from the camera, but he's not like that in the real life. So it's very interesting.
10 seconds ago,
he's an actor.
He was like a person who was like drinking, talking about like blah, blah, blah. And,
like the camera is on him.
The cameraman
to all my Georgian friends.
Like his brother is saying, okay, we are shooting it for the TikTok or whatever, now go. And he like immediately switched on the character.
Super funny guy. Super funny guy.
I mean, amazing.
Sending you lots of love, Dylan. See you next time, brother.
Sure. All right. We got, okay. So, I mean, it's already prolonged.
Who's the motherfucking first?
It's already the prolonged episode.
What's my motherfucking name?
But
who is it?
On the first place, we have absolutely well-deserved Erica.
An absolute firecracker, Erica.
I
My
mean-
God. Like, talk about character, man. Erica is the top one for many reasons, and we're gonna be breaking down those reasons. And one of the biggest one is the plot twist of the whole thing.
Right.
We did
because
not see that coming. I mean,
all the previous guests who we had,
yeah,
and they were talking about like really good stuff about our country. And in all of the episodes, we are mentioning that we are not asking anyone to say good things about our country. We are never forcing anyone to say anything good about our country because obviously, I mean, this is a free voice where you can just speak about whatever you want in our podcast. But that was the plot twist that what Erica, before starting actual shooting, she said that I've listened to some of your podcasts previously, and all these people who are speaking about Georgia
they're
with the
delusional.
rightful colors, and it's so good, and okay, the food and people and blah blah blah. It's not like that because they've maybe joined this country for 6 months or whatever. They are just here just for the bypass, and then they will just leave this country. But I've been here for more than a
14
decade.
motherfucking years.
More than a decade. Have a child here.
Yeah.
Had husband.
From a Georgian man.
Had husband here, and they don't know a shit about this country, okay? And it's not that good, and that it actually sucks. Okay. What I mean,
if you watch our podcast, you probably have seen that episode because it's got the most views. I'm just assuming that you watched at least some parts of those. So the thing is, what we appreciated so much from Erika was that she was as real as you can actually get. Like, she didn't hold back. She went all out. I mean, she was just all right.
It's
guys,
like you've been.
It's not what you were trying to sell
It's like someone
here.
just turned on the lie detector on you, and she was just telling all the truth.
Yeah,
and that the lie detector that never beeps. I mean, nothing was lie. Okay,
and I believe the reason why she's so famous around here, and she was really relatable for lots of women, even Georgian women and internationals, and she made us more self-aware about how our actions as a man can be perceived from the different nationalities. We need to give a few context here. Like me and Rezi, we are still the generation where we grew up in a society where the most of the tourists or most of the women that we would face in the early ages of our lives, like international women, would be Slavic and post-Soviet kind of nations. And those, I don't want to say like the strong words such as masculine traits or whatever, but like they would find like classic Georgian men very kind of desirable in many ways. Like even though nowadays like a lot of those traits are considered as toxic, and it made us kind of aware that okay, this is how people from different countries, especially women, might actually perceive some of the Georgian man traits. As she was basically saying that she got traumatized a couple of times by the Georgian boyfriends she had, which is, even though we even got the comments that we could not relate to those situations because obviously we don't know, right? I mean, we don't know. But like, you still have to be very empathetic, and we need to understand that she's coming from a very different place as a woman of color, as someone who is from different nation with a child already. Like, her experience was kind of, as she explained, it was hard. And
I want to, all true. I agree on you with that. One part, all right, about the comments. I think that we're going to do a special episode about the comments as well. But the part where some people were saying that we were not matching Erica's
Energy,
vibe and the energy, and we just don't understand that it's not completely like that, all right? What we were trying to do is just to chill the ground, because at some point it became really tense. We were not ready for that, all right?
Yeah,
I mean, our
yeah.
podcast is Modern 9 to 5. It's not, I mean, we could talk about that, obviously. I mean, from our perspective, it's never the problem to be empathetic and just try to hear each other out. But at some point, I mean, if you haven't seen an episode, and if you're gonna see that, it kind of reaches to its tension, all right? Because Erica is really genuine, okay? I mean, we love her. She's speaking all the truth, okay? Whether it's just her perspective or people are agreeing to that or even disagreeing, doesn't matter, okay? That's what she feels. That's something we will not start to actually go ahead and go on extremely deeper levels and try to argue, because I mean that's the person's actual experience living here, again, as an expat, but for more than a decade, an actual life having here, a family, a child. So
no, she's as real as it gets, man. And another thing about our podcast, because a lot of people got confused because of our reactions, it was obvious that we could not relate to some of her points. And another thing is that I want to mention, Erica, obviously a lot of you already know, but she's an actual English teacher. Like, she teaches the language.
Oh yeah.
And she is very articulate.
She's very famous as well on the TikTok.
Yeah,
and on
exactly.
Instagram. Yeah.
So my point is, like, talking to someone who is that articulate and who can express herself so easily in such a simplest linguistic manner, it was just too hard for us to keep up with the pace. Honestly, like,
again, we suck. We're so sorry.
What are you gonna do? Like, we're not a native speakers. Like, it's our second language. We're trying our best. So with Erica, it was like we wanted to have a discussion, but she was just talking too fast, too eloquently, too smartly, and it was just we need some time to process the thing, and then we need to kind of express ourselves. But it was a tough assignment. I don't know if you guys ever been into that kind of situation, but it was tough. In any case, Erica was an amazing person, is an amazing person. She's very authentic, and that's something we appreciate the most in our podcast, because we don't, like, one of her points was that when you first go to the country, it's all sunshines and rainbows. And, well, when you spend the 14 years, that might be a bit different. So she has very good points in many ways. And don't get our podcast in the wrong way. We're not trying to sell our countries as best as possible. We are kind of doing that, but we are trying to give you the most realistic vision that you can get.
She demolished our country. She still deserves the first place, all right? So we are being
so that should tell you something about us, how objective we are.
We are objective, okay? And it's not
Erica,
just about the views,
you're
all right?
as cool as it gets. You're
essence,
amazing.
the spirit that she was talking, the way she was speaking these words was
could be felt. I think that's why, like, a lot of people,
emotional, everything
related to
it. Completely out of Modern 9 to 5, but what an amazing podcast, people. I mean, that was really top. Nothing can top.
Another thing that we should mention about her, she is a very collaborative person, and she was probably the, not to say only one, because Dylan also did a very good job in terms of that, but she was probably most important contributor in terms of promoting our podcast.
Right. She
was sharing our stuff all over the place, like all over her social media. She was telling her audience that you gotta watch this thing. She's a really cool and kind person. And I know that there were, like, a lot of horrible comments in her clips, but just grow up, guys. We love our country. It's not that great as we like to present it sometimes. So just look in the mirror, try to take her feedback, just try to, maybe it wasn't as constructive as it could be, but as it could have been, but just try to take it, try to work on yourself, and try to look deep inside you to understand why she's so mad about Georgian man. There might be a reason. It's never on the blame is never on the one side,
Exactly,
right? So you gotta take that thing into consideration. Anyways, Erica, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your great presence. You're a big persona. You're cool. We like you a lot, and we wish you the best, and to your family, and happy holidays and happy New Year.
We're gonna hang out again.
Yeah. You're gonna be visiting us more than once, I hope. Cheers.
All right. Ooh, what
an episode, man.
What a summary.
What a season.
what a summary of an episode.
Shit. As you might have guessed, we're crazy fans of Rick and Morty back in the days, and then now it's not that popular.
No, this is
whatever you want, Rick. We're here to help.
This is an end of the season 1. We've come to end of the 2025.
We can classify this as a season 1, right? Like our thing.
It's the end of the 2025.
Ooh, what a season! More coming, man. Like in a year and a half.
Yeah. What we would really appreciate from you to do is to write,
subscribe, and I don't know, just write
into the comments what could be the directions, what type of the people you want to see.
Oh yeah,
in our
exactly.
podcast.
And which one of our guests should we invite once more in the next year?
Right?
Yeah. We're gonna build the community, baby. Yeah, we're gonna be asking you who to invite in the future.
Exactly.
Another point another thing that we missed to say is that we have actually the bomb episode coming in.
We never know. I mean,
we have a rock star, the star boy.
Oh my God, we do have a rock star, right? And plus, the idea is that we never
didn't make the ranking because the episode is not published
which rank
yet.
would that be? Would he be an amazing episode that is coming?
His name is Jack Black. You might already know him.
A rock star, a person who
great guy.
I don't know. He lived his life while he was in his 20s, and most people never do that entire life. So
very sexy lad. You're gonna see him. You're gonna love it. Anyways, guys, that's how we're gonna summarize our season. We appreciate your contributions. We like what you think about us. We like your feedback. We know that we're not doing, we're trying our best, but it might not be what you actually want.
I mean, let's be honest. We don't try our best.
I mean, well, we can be better. We can be better for sure.
We just try. Yeah, that's
but understand that we're very busy. Like it's all about priorities, right? Like if we need to prioritize stuff. So it's tough to make those decisions. Like we like what we're doing right now, but it's not like the biggest priority in our life because of many, many fucking reasons.
Anyway, it's the end of the year. Cheers to that.
Happy
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
All right. See you in the next year.
I forgot I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
Should we just finish?
Anyways, let's just finish this up. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Wait. I'm starting to remember. No, I don't. Oh, all right. Bye. Happy New Year's. Bye. Yep.